I'm gonna start. I'm Johnny, right? I'm a father of 11 kids, 4 grandkids. I'm 54 years old. And I'll start with the Chichiwalks story. The Chichiwalk is my son, right? So I'm gonna start from the beginning. I tell the story all the time. Everywhere I go, I tell the story. I never told it in front of a lot of crowd. It's always on one-on-one. So I'm gonna start. My son went to work. He worked at Walmart, and he went to work. He was supposed to come out of work at 11 o'clock at night, right? And I fell asleep. I didn't pick him up. And so he was walking home from Walmart. Was walking home, and he didn't make it home. About 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I woke up, jumped out of my bed, I yelled his name. I ran to his room, and he wasn't in there. So I wake up all my other kids up. Where's your brother? Where's Chichi? Where's Chichi? And that's all. I don't know. He went to work. I was like, call him. I start calling him, texting him, hey, Dad. I call him Dad, right? I said, Dad, call me, hurry up, call me. I'm texting him. My kids were calling him, texting him also, right? And no, he didn't call. I called his friends, nobody's answering. So I said, okay, he went out with his friends. I was ticked off because I was saying, I don't care where you go, I just need to know where you at all times, right? And I fell asleep, woke up around 7 o'clock. I got up, he's not home, I'm calling him, texting him. I get ready to go to work, my kids go to school. As I drive, I leave my subdivision. I see a lot of lights. I always say Christmas lights because it's the ambulance, police, fire department. As I'm driving down, I was like, I saw a torque over somebody. I like, oh my God, man, somebody's dead. As I pass it, right there is where my first encounter with Christ talking to me, God. Said, hey, turn around, that's your son. And I yelled, please God, don't do this to me right now. Please. I turn around and I get there and I jump out my car, start running, the cops grab me, what are you doing? I said, that's my son, let me go, that's my son. And they was like, that's not your son, you can't even tell who's in there. Why would you think that's your son? I said, because God said, that's my son. It's like, no, it's not your son. What's your name? I said, Johnny Figueroa. The moment I said my name, his name is Johnny Figueroa. He was junior. All they did was hug me. As soon as they hugged me, that's when I broke down. I broke down because I already knew. They confirmed right there. And I was waiting. I was there 4 hours. My son was laying there for about 4 hours. I'm calling my family, my kids, everybody. My son's gone. So they get me across the street. I sit down on the street. Some guy passed by. He goes help my daughter out. So I'm talking to her. She's like, no, go to my dad. Go to my dad. He comes to me, start talking to me. I don't know what he was saying. He was just talking. I had to slide in the ear what he was telling me. And finally, they want to take my son. I said, no, I need to see my son. They're like, you don't want to see your son like this. So I don't care, I have to see my son before you take him. So let us clean him up first. I said, fine. They finally did what they had to do. They let me go there. I just grabbed him, kissed him, hugged him, told him I loved him. And so I finally take him away. I finally go home. get to my house, and my house is crowded with so many people. So many people. And with food and everything, I'm like, who bring all this food? That was like your friend. That's like my friend, the guy that was talking to me. I said, I don't know him. Never seen him a day in my life. Went to my room to keep dying to myself. And finally, he comes with his wife, and I show up. I come out my room and start talking to him why he did this. He said, that's what we do. I said, what do you mean? That's what we do. He said, this is what we do. We help out. I said, where I'm from, we don't do this. Somebody dies, somebody dies. We don't do this. He helped me out with everything. With burial, everything for my son. He helped me out with everything.